Put this on your list of things Disney never thought they would have to worry about in 2024. One of their biggest franchises of all time, The Lion King, Mufasa, releasing on the same day as Sonic the Hedgehog 3. They were not worried, not for a single moment until now. Folks, we have the statistics, we have the information. We will show you that it is now looking like, shockingly, Sonic will beat Mufasa. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we are changing hearts and minds simply by telling the truth. What a joy it is to have you joining us on this Labor Day weekend, and we are happy to have back, for the first time in a while, the man, the legend, the myth, Hughes, who is from Views with Hughes, your agenda-free news. Hughes, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Glad to be back here. Happy
to have you, Hughes. And Hughes, tell the folks out there, what have you been up to lately? What's going on your channel?
Oh, well, my channel has actually been growing. Ever since the Acolyte fiasco, as well as, Kathleen Kennedy news updates, I've been talking a lot about that since, the big fan bases with Star Wars and stuff bigger than Marvel and everything. And that a lot of the fans out there have actually, left the whole franchise as a whole. So I've been doing a lot more talking about Leslie Headland and Kathleen Kennedy, as well as exposing the truth about them and their whole fiasco with the whole decent Star Wars thing, as well as exposing Bob Iger. So I'm doing a lot more of that on my channel now. If you all enjoy that, go ahead and join my channel. Go ahead and subscribe to Views with Hughes, Agenda-Free News. It's free, and it's also worth your time.
Very
it's
cool.
Actually growing. The channel's great, actually growing better now.
Fantastic. And by the way, folks, Hughes has been with us nearly from the beginning, one of the early guests on the channel, and we're happy to have Hughes back. Hughes, let's dive in today. Folks, as we do, click that like button. This is something, Hughes, I never thought I'd say, but Sonic the Hedgehog might actually beat the Lion King. Not certain, but there are indications that have been brought to my attention that mean perhaps we are not giving enough credence to Sega's mascot. I want to show people this so that you can understand why we would ever say such a thing, that Sonic might actually beat Mufasa, which would be, by the way, earth-shattering. The Lion King is one of the biggest franchises that the Walt Disney Company has. Take a look at this. It's the Sonic 3 trailer, the official trailer that came out just recently. 8 million views, essentially, and it has 199,000. We'll give it to them. 200,000 likes and only 741 dislikes. So less than 1,000 dislikes to 200,000 likes. That is a 200-to-1 positive to negative ratio, which then, by the way, brought my attention to Mufasa the Lion King. How is it sitting? Well, it's been out for 2 weeks, has 12 million views, so Sonic will easily pass that by the time it hits 2 weeks. And the Lion King has 220,000 likes to 70,000 dislikes, which is essentially a 3-to-1 like to dislike. But again, not that many likes when you compare it to Sonic, which with about, 3/4 of the viewership already getting ready to pass it in the like button click. So that's a big deal. But Views with Hughes, what came to my attention and what amazed me is something that caught me by serious surprise. You see, sometimes I think, well, Pro, you're in a bubble here. You like the Sonic franchise, and you're wary of what they're going to do with the Lion King. And, you got to take into account that the average Joe, the normies out there, they don't follow this that closely. And Mufasa is going to beat Sonic. It's not even going to be close. And then, Hughes, I looked at this. You see, Hughes, this is Google Trends, Sonic 3 versus Mufasa for the entire last year, all the way back to 2023. And when I look at this is measuring the Google searches of these items. And when you look at this, I am shocked. Mufasa, often registering 1% of what we have seen, often just sitting down there at 1%, while Sonic is hovering at the 20, the 15, the 8, you get the idea. And Sonic is steadily rising, Mufasa doing so to some degree, but then the Sonic trailer landed. And when I compare this, here is when Mufasa's recent trailer landed, it hit 13% of what the Sonic 3 trailer did. Now, when Sonic 3 does that kind of interest level versus Mufasa, I mean, you're talking about 8 times the interest level in Google searches versus Mufasa, I'm suddenly starting to change my position. Hughes, do you think that legitimately Sonic has a chance to beat the Lion King and shock the world, taking down Disney for the Christmas holiday season?
Oh, absolutely. Now, granted, more people are more familiar with Sonic and know Sonic than they would know about the story of Mufasa, or quote unquote story, since the Mufasa movie is supposed to be a prequel to The Lion King. And it was like the live action version of The Lion King didn't get as much buzz as the animated movie. Now, the fact of the matter is that a lot of more people enjoy Sonic and stuff, but at the same time, they're not really familiar with the whole story or so-called story of Mufasa. I mean, this is what we call here in the entertainment world, where Bob Iger, the weatherman, is simply lacks creativity, as well as the fact that he's going to put out there more live action sequels and stuff of movies that doesn't even need a live action sequel. Now, another reason why is projected to do better than Mufasa, because of the fact that the matter is the first two Sonic movies and stuff garnered like a lot of good money in the box office. The second one did better than the first one, not only by story but also by the box office numbers as well. And I'm guessing that the third one, if the word of mouth is good, it's going to be doing better than the first two. Hopefully, there's not going to be like the curse of three and stuff, where the third one does worse than the first two. But the fact that the matter is, you got Keanu Reeves playing Shadow and everything, and it's actually projected because it's like even the merchandising for Sonic and everything has been doing better than the Lion King, Mufasa, as well as the other live action series and stuff. And you know what? It's projected that Sonic's going to be doing much better than Mufasa, and I guarantee you that there may be a lower production budget for Sonic 3 than it is for Mufasa, and still might do better than that.
Hughes, you bring up some great points, and I just want to point this out to folks. Things seem to be heating up when it comes to Sonic. You're right. The first one was good. The second one was great. And this third one looks like some sort of masterpiece. I have told folks out there that this third trailer, the Sonic 3 trailer, I think is one of the greatest trailers I've ever seen. And I'm not saying that it's like at the Godfather level. I don't want people to be confused. I'm saying from a marketing standpoint, you couldn't do better than this trailer. If I don't know how you could get people more excited, how you could get kids more excited to see a movie. And that's the point of a trailer. Take a look at this. This is out of Kotaku by Kenneth Shepard. Apologies for going to Kotaku, but every once in a while they get one right. A scene in the Sonic 3 trailer already has fans theorizing about Sonic 4. The live-action movie's first trailer has one scene fans thinking this is a hint for the future. When you have people excited for a fourth film, and these things are coming out like every other year. So when you have people still excited about a fourth film, you're onto something. It is very rare. This is turning Hughes into something that I predicted years ago, which is that Sonic has the potential to become a kid's version of the Avengers. And that is amazing. And frankly, Nintendo and the NCU is coming about so slowly that Sonic has that opening to take over, and they are doing it. I want to read the first paragraph or so of this. It says, we just got the first trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 a day ago. The article came out earlier. It says, could the first trailer be hinting that Metal Sonic will be Sonic 3's post-credits stinger? And if Metal Sonic is coming, then that would mean we're getting a Sonic 4, and maybe, who knows, we'll be doing some more Death Egg stuff. I don't know, but Hughes, what do you make of the idea that people are clamoring for a fourth film? And, we are 6 years into this. We are at rapid fire pace of putting these out, and people seem to be loving them more and more every year they come out. This is looking like the Minions. Hughes, what do you think of it?
Minions? I don't know, to be honest with you. If it's going to do better than that, it possibly would. I know it's going to do better than the latest Despicable Me movie. That wasn't really all that funny, but I mean, they already predicting for, a Sonic 4 and everything. I mean, what can go beyond Shadow? But the fact of the matter is that, of all places, this is coming in from Kotaku and stuff. I mean, look, it's like Sonic, then the creator of Sonic made sure that they stay true to the character and stuff. They have the faithful adaptation of the source material. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie stayed true to, the the essence of the original video game series, where they kept Sonic's personality, his speed, as well as him. They were all basically faithfully transferred into the big screen, and resonated with longtime fans and stuff and viewers and all of that. And then it also engaging in the whole entertaining storyline, where both films provided a simple yet engaging storyline that combined action, humor, and heart. The plot was also, good for both children and adults, since the adults were, fans of it playing the Sega Genesis. But at the same time, the trailer is epic, looks far more epic than the first two movies and everything. It doesn't even look like it could be a kid's movie anymore. But the fact of the matter is, I'm predicting that this is actually going to break even in the box office, if not sooner, and everything. You also got the big cast members that's coming returning to it as well.
Sure, Keanu Reeves is going to be playing Shadow, Idris Elba returning for Knuckles, and you've got Jim Carrey back. All of that setting up the stage, and I think it's going to do extraordinarily well. These budgets seem to be well constrained out of Paramount, and I think this is the big winner for Paramount. I think Paramount should go full force ahead with the Sonic universe and maybe even branch this out into a Sega universe. If the NCU is going to be so slow to roll out, and apologies to Nintendo, we love you, but this is snail's pace. If that's how it's going to be, then let Sonic take on that blast processing he's known for and put out movies in high quality, but put them out often. I got to say, too, the Knuckles streaming show and Sonic Prime on Netflix all have been very well received. So something is going on. Hopefully they can get the games for Sonic up to the same level. We'll see when it comes to the new Sonic Generations movie, sort of re-release, sort of remaster coming out later this year. But I want to show you this, Hughes. I think I know what's going on and why Mufasa is struggling greatly. This is out of Empire, and it says, Barry Jenkins explains how Mufasa the Lion King is hyper-related to his previous films. Now, his previous films are not films that kids would know very well, and that's fine, I suppose, except that you're trying to get a huge audience of families to come. Let's just read just a minute of this. You expect certain things from a Barry Jenkins project. I mean, I guess he's not really that well known. I don't think many people have any expectation. Beautifully tender characterization, poetically presented stories of Black lives, some of the most gorgeous images ever committed to film. What you don't expect from a Barry Jenkins movie typically is talking lions. That all changes, blah, 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 blah. It says, or is it, as in a departure? Jenkins tells Empire even Mufasa is in line with his previous work. The script told the story of two families. The family that's created between the characters we come to know as Scar and Mufasa, and the other family that Mufasa builds and grows over the course of the film. Those two things were hyper-related to the past work I've done, especially these two guys trying to negotiate with one another and figure out the true state of their friendship, their brotherhood. Whatever. I don't think trying to connect with Barry Jenkins' prior work, which almost nobody knows, okay? Go out on the street and ask a random person walking through an urban area to name one of Barry Jenkins' prior movies. And you know what they're going to say? Who's Barry Jenkins? Either that or get away from me. Why are you asking me stuff? They might say that. But they'll definitely, almost certainly, not know who Barry Jenkins is. This is the failure that Disney has fallen into. At the same time that they've got Barry Jenkins trying to connect this to his prior work that nobody's ever heard of, they got Sonic coming at them as competition, throwing Keanu Reeves at him as Shadow and giving every Easter egg back to the Genesis. And everybody knows Sonic and everybody knows the little references to do. Everybody knows that. They're screwing up the Mufasa thing. They're screwing up Lion King. And this could be the most embarrassing situation Disney's going to face all the way up until Snow White lands with egg on her face as well. Hughes, final word on this.
What? First and foremost, I didn't even know who Barry Jenkins was. I literally just had to look him up right now, and he's the director of the Moonlight movie that won some Academy Awards and stuff. Saw the Mashallah Ali, and at the same time, I mean, Barry Jenkins, coming from seeing what his experience was and everything, it seems to me that he was chosen by Bob Iger and stuff because he like Bob Iger knows he's able to control him. He's able to go ahead and push a whole politically woke narrative out there and stuff. And I guarantee you, he was cheap. Yes, he made a movie that was nominated and won a couple of Oscars and stuff, but at the same time, he's still able to be controlled because of the fact that he hasn't really. It seems like he has really made much more critically acclaimed movies and stuff, or a big budget box office release of movies and everything. But the fact of the matter is, like, yeah, you're right. Ask anybody out there of my race and stuff who was Barry Jenkins and stuff. Most likely, you hear from people who is Barry Jenkins and stuff. Might have some black people who said that they know who he is, but at the same time, it's like Bob Iger knew exactly what he was doing, is getting this guy to do this movie. Now, the fact of the matter is, he's no Jon Favreau. Okay, Jon Favreau did the Lion King live action remake and all of that, and now he's tied on to go ahead and do Mufasa and stuff, just so like and like you said, he's like doing this to make it similar to like his past movies and all that, his other works and stuff. Thing is, he's trying to go ahead and get more black people to go ahead and see this movie, when in reality, you're going to have a certain amount of black people to see it, but you're not going to have a lot of them. You're not going to have like big.
Final question for you, Hughes. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but final question. It's important. What's your favorite Sonic the Hedgehog video game you ever played?
I'm gonna have to go with the original. I mean, I try to go ahead and play one of the modernized versions and stuff, even the racing one on the Switch, but I can't even get a hang of that. But the original one, the first one, will always be in my heart and stuff, because yeah, you have the ones with, you know, Shadow and Knuckles and stuff, but I mean, they were okay, but you can't go better than the original. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. The fans out there, you know, your subscribers might have something different. I did enjoy cartoons, but they're nothing compared to the original video game, like the spinning, and then also, you know, the fear and stuff of, you know, trying like to make sure you're on the right track and stuff.
Jaleel White, still the greatest Sonic voice actor ever, and I'll stand by that. Benjamin, you're doing quite well, but Jaleel still owns the throne of Sonic. Folks, I'd say my favorite game is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, followed by Sonic Mania, followed by Sonic Generations, and then in the fourth slot, coming in hot, Sonic Adventure 1, not 2. But 2 is what it will be based on, the movie that is. Folks, make sure you get over there and subscribe to Views with Hughes, your agenda-free news. He's doing fantastic, picking up subs every single day, and you need to be a part of it so you can say hip, hip, hooray. I get to find out what Hughes is saying today. Be fantastic stuff. And folks, make sure that you join in with the festivities of Labor Day by clicking that like button down below. Also, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, make sure you're having a happy and safe Labor Day. Make the world a better place. Do kind things for others. And until we see you next time, keep learning. Keep growing and keep Hughes
having fun.
Exactly.
Floral, it's time for you to walk the plank.
What? Why?
Because you haven't subscribed to WDW Pro yet. Nor bookmark thatparkplace.com on your web browser to get great articles from great contributors.
What?